Over the last few months, I've been doing various reviews on bags that I purchased, but I wanted to show you today which are the ones that I kept. And I wanted to talk a little bit about why I kept them, why I returned some of the items that I have. So let's first start with the Longchamp Le Pliage pouch or mini pouch. It is not supposed to be a crossbody bag. I will link how I turned this pouch into a crossbody bag in the descriptions below. But prior to getting this bag, I actually had two other bags that I purchased. One is the Longchamp Le Pliage Torchon extra small. It was this beautiful white and red linen material with the brown leather, just like this bag right here. So the size of the bag, it was quite nice. It was bigger than this pouch, but three reasons I decided to return that bag. The first reason is because of the color. White and red is just something that I'm not really into in terms of having bags, and especially the color is so light that I'm afraid that it's going to get dirty pretty quickly. And then the second reason is the linen material. It's not as durable as this nylon material, which is much easier to wipe it up when you get something on it. So it didn't make it practical for me. And then the third reason is the strap was cutting into my shoulders. I was able to fit quite a bit in the bag. But the problem is, once I had all that stuff, and I felt like because the strap was so thin, that it was cutting into my shoulders. The format of the bag just did not work for me, even though it was thicker than this one that I added aftermarket. So this one is quite thin. It felt like the strap was still a little thin in order to kind of hold on to that much weight. So when I was trying around the house, maybe I had it for only a few minutes. It was digging into my shoulder already. And I just feel like it's going to be quite painful when I'm using it for a long duration or a long period of time. So that's the reason why I decided to return that bag. Because of that, I also returned the Longchamp Le Pliage mini pouch or pouch from the green collection or green line in the cognac color. The reason is because I initially purchased that one with the intention of kind of like using this strap from the Longchamp Torchon crossbody bag. If I decided that the extra small worked, I would probably have kept both of them and turned the mini pouch into a crossbody bag. So yeah, even though the cognac color was beautiful, I couldn't justify to keep that. I wasn't going to use it because the mismatch of the hardware from the aftermarket strap if I didn't keep the extra small. So because of that, I just basically returned both of them. So I was able to save over maybe around $250. So I'm not mad about that. It turns out that this green color, this combination of brown, gold, and green color goes with a lot of my stuff. Yeah, so I was just really surprised by how versatile this particular color is. And I'm really happy with just having this. The second bag that I kept, it's the Coach Nolita 15 pouch. Because I cut the strap off, I was not planning to return it. So I attached this chain permanently to the side just because I wasn't planning to, turn this into a little purse. And I talked about why in my detailed video review about this pouch. The reason this is not gonna be a purse is because it doesn't fit my phone in here. One of the criteria in terms of usability is that my bag needs to be able to fit my phone, or else it's not a bag. It's just a SLG, small leather goods. So I've been using it as my junk drawer that goes into a larger bag. So this is the second item that I kept. And finally, the last bag that I decided to keep is this Etsy backpack. Again, I did a detailed review of this backpack, so I'm gonna link it. I tried two different backpacks before I decided on this one. The first one is Portland Leather Goods bucket backpack in nutmeg color. So for that one, my gripe with it was how heavy it was. Even though I love the leather, I love the way it looked on me, I love the size, weight was one of the biggest factors why I decided to return it. I wish this one is a little bit bigger, to be completely honest. So for that reason, I have to be kind of strategic about what I bring when I'm traveling, which is fine. I would rather to keep things minimal and light rather than having just a bunch of stuff in there and just lug things around when I'm traveling. And then the second one is, it had a really long like surplus strap. And because it was so long, it was just like dangling. It didn't look that great. I also tried the Longchamp backpack. For that one, it was down to the usability factor. the way to open and close the bag, it was just so cumbersome, which is a pro in terms of not getting your stuff stolen when you're traveling, because people will have a hard time getting into your bag. But at the same time, I will have a hard time get stuff in and out of my bag. So yeah, it was just not going to work for me. Oh, and lastly, this backpack was the least expensive option out of the three. So this one cost me about $50, and it's full leather, unlined. It has a front pocket, even though it's a little bit smaller, but I am pretty happy with the fact that I can fit everything that I want to. I do need to have a little bit of strategy around how I organize it, but overall, I'm really, really happy with this. So by returning the two with tax and everything, I was able to save about $400 by returning those two backpacks. I was able to spend less and get something that I am very happy with. So I am doing a low buy this year, and everything that I purchased here was from 2022. I'm not planning to buy any more bags this year. So when I was reviewing this, I did make a really big fuss about how expensive the mini pochette became. It was like $780 or something. So I must confess, after that video, I ended up purchasing a mini pochette. And I'm gonna do a dedicated video to talk specifically about why I decided to buy this. Spoiler, this is a used one, so I did not spend almost $1,000 to buy a pouch. So rest assured, I still hold true to what I said. It's just not worth it. Anyway, I'm not gonna talk more about this. I will do a dedicated video to explain. My goal is to not buy any more bags or pouches or anything in the year 2023. These are the 4 new things that I'm adding into my collections, and my plan is to use them and really just get the value out of these 4 bags that I purchased. Anyway, thank you so much for stopping by today. I will see you next week. Bye.